Hi guys, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to do part 2 of the bonsai pot shuffle. So in the last video I repotted this big guy. It was in this pot, so I put it in that bigger blue pot. So today's project is to put this tree into this pot, and then the end result, and the reason I'm doing all of this because this tree really needs repotted. It's been in that pot for 2 or 3 years, and I can just tell the tree's not as vigorous, and it just really needs a repot. But to do that, I had to repot all these other ones because I don't have enough big pots. So today this one's going in that, and then the next repot, this one will go into that pot. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're set up here on my table outside because this repotting these big guys gets a little messy, so I like to do the repotting on these big ones outside. So let me go ahead and get in here a little closer, and let's get started on the repot. All right, so first let's go ahead and get this guy moved over here out of the way. And then I've got these guy wires here. I'm going to go ahead and take that off for now. Hopefully the branches are kind of staying in place, and it looks like this one is so far, so that's good. Set that over here, and then get these other ones over here. It feels like this branch is already set, so that's good. And the reason I had these on here because these branches, you know, like most trees do, they want to point up, and I wanted them a little more horizontal. So that's why I had this wire on here. But it looks like they're set in place now, so I can keep the wire off. And this can probably just slide off the end here. There we go. And then now, let's see, just make sure I don't have this tree tied into the pot. And I do, so I need to cut that. And then, like my other one, this has been in this pot for a bit, so it's kind of attached itself to it. So I need to kind of loosen the roots up. Yeah, these unglazed pots, they're nice, but I find the roots tend to really stick to them. we go. Looks like it's going to come out. I'm going to try to get this wire out of here. Let me set this pot aside. All right, let's clean off the root base here. See if I can expose some more of these surface roots. I try to do that every time I repot. I always try to expose a little bit more of the roots, just to show a little more of that nabari, the flare. Now you can see why I do these outside instead of when I repot small ones inside, I just put down a small container, you know, like a drip tray for a pot or something to catch all the soil, but these are too big and I'd have it all over the place. Boy, definitely got a bunch of roots in this guy. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut some of these roots off. Get it tidied up here. Just checking to make sure they're all kind of radial to where they're not twisting around each other. Everything looks pretty good. I think that's looking pretty good. And I think right now I'm going to go ahead and clean this mess up, and then we'll come back and start working on the tree. All right, so we've got the tree there. I think now let's go ahead and get the pot ready. So first of all, see it's got a couple drainage holes and some wire tie holes there. So I'll just put the drainage screen over the holes. And then I think I probably will tie the tree in. Let me go ahead and kind of give it a test fit. Something like that. So I think I can run the wire. Let's see. I do that. Yeah, I think I can run the wire up on this side. I can actually go either side, really. I think I'm going to keep it pretty well centered. Maybe offset a little bit to the right. Yeah. So I think I'll put the wire on the left side here. Get enough. Okay, run it up through these holes. Okay. Now I need to get some soil in here. Okay, let's give it a little test fit. Let me look at it from the front here. That's going to look pretty good there. I think I'll go ahead and get it tied in. I'm going to run this wire up underneath this root on this side and then tie it off back here. And I'm going to also put my turntable down just so I can work on the tree easier. That's probably tight enough. Make sure I like the shape of it here. Check the side, make sure, if anything, I want it leaning forward just a little bit, which I can probably do a little more once I get some soil in there. But overall, it's looking pretty good. Yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and get some more soil in. Go ahead and work some of this soil around the roots. Okay, let's add a little bit more. Keep working it in here. Okay, we'll add just a couple more scoops of soil. It's going to Okay, I think that just about does it for the repot. Let's go ahead and zoom back out here a little bit and do some pruning. Okay, so now we'll just kind of work on taking some of these shoots back. Doesn't need a whole lot, won't take too long. It's kind of focus in here on the top first. And I'll just take some of these tall shoots down pretty quick and then kind of go back in and look at the shape. Just giving a little haircut. Okay, now let's move on down the tree here and kind of work on this center section. Yeah, I still need some filling in to happen here, but it's looking pretty good. I think it'll be happier in the new pot. I'm liking the way this is shaping up with the branches. You know, I've got some pad layers I can definitely work on. Got the separation in between, so that's good. Yeah, I think that's just about do it. Everything's looking really good. So let's go ahead and get kind of zoom back out here a little bit. Go ahead and get this guy back in here, working on his tree. Okay, let's lean back out and take a look at it. There's the final repot. And let's go ahead and get it back out on the bench. Okay, so here he is back out on the bench next to the big guy there. And like I said earlier, next up will be this guy, and he'll be going into the pot that we just took this one out of. So, and I think that'll do it. So appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next video.